Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, around the world are growing in popularity to the point where 90% of the world's central banks are at least researching what a CBDC would look like in their economy and country. I'll be using information from these sovereign nations' official government websites to inform you on my analysis, because I'm going to give you a short but thorough summary of what's happening on this topic, and I want you to know that I'm getting all of my information straight from the horse's mouths themselves and not just taking some conspiracy theory tinfoil hat, watched it on Rumble, YouTube video to give you all of this information. And this is the fourth and final episode in this series where we are going to wrap it up with a friggin' bow on it and let you know what CBDCs actually mean for the world and how they look for you. And we're going to touch on how they're being rolled out across the world. And if you're learning a lot from my series on CBDCs, obviously go make sure you watch the previous 3 videos and make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, boom, bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Now, let's go see what new information we have unearthed to wrap this series up with a friggin' bow on it. Canada, the United States of America, the European Union, the UK governments, and all of their financial regulators have all ended their research phase and entered their development phase with regards to a CBDC digital currency for their respective governments, economies, and citizens. And I covered much more in depth the details of how those countries and unions are approaching CBDCs in the first 3 episodes of this series, and I urge you to go back and watch those if you haven't already. But in this episode, I want to highlight countries like China, Nigeria, Jamaica, who have taken the next step into the world's financial future by actually launching a pilot CBDC. As of December 2022, the People's Bank of China, or the PBC, reported 13.61 billion ECNY in circulation, worth approximately 2 billion USD. The digital currency accounts for 0.13% of the total 10.47 trillion CNY in circulation. Now, issued by the PBC, ECNY is designed for high-frequency, small-scale retail transactions and is part of China's currency digitalization efforts. And the ECNY just stands for Digital Yuan. The CBDC is distributed through approved commercial banks and digital banking systems like WeBank and MyBank, or via the ECNY app. China leads CBDC trials with 23 participating cities, including Beijing and Shenzhen. Notable trials include Suzhou's 20 million ECNY lottery release and Beijing's 2021 Lunar New Year trial. Despite being an accepted payment method during the 2022 Winter Olympics, ECNY usage still remains low. Now, the PBC plans to expand ECNY deployment, but no nationwide rollout strategy has actually been announced. The Bank of Jamaica, or the BOJ, launched a central bank digital currency, the JAMDEX, that currently serves as legal tender for Jamaicans. Pretty dope. Yeah, man. This revolutionary move aimed to boost financial inclusion and dramatically improve the payment system. By slashing currency management costs and seamlessly integrating with existing electronic payment systems, JAMDEX is poised to make a lasting impact on Jamrock. While it accounts for a tiny 0.1% of the currency in circulation, the potential for its growth is absolutely astronomical. Now, to safeguard privacy and fend off cybersecurity threats, JAMDEX is armed with cutting-edge encryption techniques, digital signatures, and multi-factor authentication. So clearly, security is their absolutely top priority. Nearly 18 months after launching the e-Naira, Nigeria witnessed increased adoption of its CBDC due to severe national fiat reserve shortages. The acute cash shortage resulted from the central bank's decision to replace old banknotes with bigger denominations amid rising inflation. Sounds familiar? As physical cash became scarce, Nigerians turned to e-Naira, with its transaction value increasing by 63% to 22 billion Nairas, or $47.7 million. The total number of CBDC wallets grew more than 12 times since October 2022, reaching 13 million. Demonetization reduced circulating cash from 3.2 trillion to 1 trillion Nairas, prompting Nigeria to mint over 10 billion e-Nairas. According to Governor Emefiali, e-Naira emerged as the preferred electronic payment channel to financial inclusion and social interventions. Furthermore, Consensus's MoonPay integration provided Nigerians another option to purchase crypto through bank transfers, simplifying the process without using credit or debit cards. It's really fascinating fascinating, to be honest with you. But that's a wrap on my summary of the world's CBDCs and how they are being rolled out. The major Western countries are locked and loaded with their CBDCs, but they also seem to be waiting to see how economies like Nigeria, Jamaica, and China adapt to the technology before it's even going to test a pilot. The countries that have launched CBDC pilots are going to be under close scrutiny, as their level of security and efficiency could be an early signal of their viability. And the march towards cryptocurrencies continues. Whether or not those digital currencies will be issued by a private entity like Ethereum, or whether they will be issued by central banks, one thing seems to be true. Digital currencies are here to stay. The programmability, speed, and reliability of digital currencies are absolutely undeniable and could produce an economic tool or set of tools that cures some of the world's oldest and most stubborn and crucial problems. And it is in this spirit of solving problems that my team and I over at PreSend have developed a tool that not only stops you from losing your money on cross-chain transactions, but also integrates with your wallets to make sure that that doesn't happen. So make sure you head over to app.presend.io or click my link in the description to make sure that you are protecting all of your assets on the blockchain forevermore from here on out. A once thought to be impossible technology is now on the market, and yes, we have filed a full patent for it and will be licensing it out to the big dogs whenever it comes down to time to do that. So let's make accidentally lost crypto a thing of the past. And if you like content like this, make sure you go watch the previous videos and make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, boom, bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up to this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.